Good morning, everyone. My name is Veritas, and welcome back to Destiny. Now, today is Tuesday, so it's reset day. That means all of your activities have been reset. There are new featured playlists in the Crucible, new strike modifiers, new featured raid, etc. So first things first this week, let's talk about your Crucible activities. Your featured playlist for the week is Mayhem Rumble, Treasure of Ages from this first completion, as well as 10 legendary marks for your first 3, for a total of 30 there for your first 3 games. Control and Supremacy are now the featured playlists, as well as all the others assorted here, Salvage and Rumble, so get your record book stuff done while they are active. Moving out into the Director, your Mayhem Rumble, like I said, you have your weekly story playlist. First completion of this will give you a Treasure of Ages, as well as 20 marks for your first 5, so a total of 100 there. Moving into Siva Crisis Heroic, you have a Treasure of Ages here as well, your third one available for your first completion, as well as 10 marks for your first 3, so a total of 30 there. Your modifiers on the Siva Crisis Heroic playlist are Arc Burn, Specialist, and Juggler. Arc Burn means that arc damage of all sources is doubled. Specialist means that your special weapon does 30% bonus damage, while your primary and heavy do 30% reduced damage. And Juggler means that no ammo drops your currently equipped weapon. If you need special ammo, switch to your primary or heavy. Things like that. If you have a piece of armor with Arc Burn Defense, I suggest using it. It will look something along the lines of this. It'll have this perk over here. Arc Burn Defense reduces incoming Arc Burn damage. This will make you take normal arc damage. It reduces the double to just single damage, so you still do double damage, but you only receive normal single damage there. Your Nightfall strike this week is Fallen Saber. So Fallen Saber, pretty fun there. You have Solar Burn, Ironclad, Airborne Exposure, and Daybreak. It's the week of the month that has Daybreak active. Super fun stuff. Solar Burn means solar damage to all sources is doubled if you have Solar Burn armor. Then I would suggest putting that on for the Nightfall strike. Ironclad means that more enemies have shields. Airborne means that you do more damage while in the air. Exposure means you do not get your shields to regenerate, but you have more of your shields, so be mindful of that. And Daybreak means that your abilities regenerate very quickly, very much like Mayhem in the Crucible. It's basically Mayhem for the Nightfall. I didn't mention the modifiers for the story playlist. You have Ironclad and Airborne. Ironclad means more enemies have shields, and Airborne means you do more damage while in the air, like I said before. Moving into your featured raid, it is Crota. It's come back again. We are now 4 weeks into Age of Triumph, or 5, whatever that is. Anyway, so Crota is the featured raid again. Enjoy your Death Singer challenge and your Crota challenge raid set gear, other rewards like exotics, and Age of Triumph ornaments for each of the things, each of the challenges, and for completing the raid in general. So 3 there available for the week for each character. Enjoy that, have fun. Death Singer challenge, while it's the featured raid, actually is part of your record book for completing the Death Singer challenge. In under 2 minutes, you need to do that while it is the featured raid. It's over on your raids page of your record book, Silence Falls. When it's the featured raid, complete in under 2 minutes. So if you want to complete your record book, I suggest doing that while it's the featured playlist this week. Moving into the Reef this week, let's head to the Vestian Outpost and talk to Petravenge. She will have some Taken War bounties for you for Queen's Wrath reputation if you so choose to level that faction up. While you're there, talk to Varix and get your Elder Sigil as well as your Prison of Elder bounties. Once you've gathered all that, head back out to the Director and we will go to the Challenge of the Elders. Challenge of Elders this week has Airborne, Fresh Troops, and Grenade Kill bonus. Airborne means you do more damage while in the air. Fresh Troops means that there are more things to kill. And Grenade Kill bonus means you get bonus points by getting kills with grenades. Shocking. Legendary Engram for your first completion here, as well as 30 marks for your first 3. Enjoy doing that. Have fun with your Challenge of Elders if you so choose to do it. Now we head to the tower and we talk to Lord Shax. He has 2 Crucible bounties for you. These are weekly bounties for Control and Supremacy, I believe. They drop Nightfall tier rewards, so be sure to get those done. While you're there, talk to Commander Zavala and get your 3 Vanguard Elite weekly bounties, the Sunrise of which can drop the Icebreaker exotic sniper rifle. Once you've done all of that, we can head to Earth and go to the Iron Temple and talk about the quests and bounties you can pick up here, as well as opening our treasure boxes once we have completed that. Alright, here we have arrived in Fellwinter Peak. Your first objective is to talk to Shiro 4, Vanguard Scout. He will have some bounties and a quest line for you if you have completed the quest line. Here we go, new quest. I actually did it this week, that's surprising. this corrupted land. So accept this quest. This is to do patrols in the Plague Lands, a very lucrative quest line. I will make mention of that in a moment here. The bounties he has this week are for getting kills with the relic in the Plague Lands, so doing Archon's Forge is the easiest way to do that. Killing fallen mages and ultras, and let's see, Archon Forge Shanks and Archon Forge Vandals. So grab these two, actually grab all of them, and you can pretty much do everything here by doing some Archon's Forge. The Battle Axe will spawn in the Forge. You'll also be killing Majors and Ultras in the Forge, and then, you know, killing Shanks and Vandals encounters in the Forge will do nicely. That's about 2,000 reputation, unmodified by the Nightfall buff. With the Nightfall buff, 25% bonus to that, so recommend you do the Nightfall first. Before anything else, do the Nightfall first. In fact, you should not do anything in the game until you have the Nightfall done, because doing anything in the game without the 25% buff to experience reputation is essentially crippling yourself. Plaguelander is the quest he has. This is for completing patrols. Kill patrols complete, assassination patrols complete, which is VIP, and quarantine patrols, which are the corrupted nonsense patrols. Very easy to do. It's slightly time consuming because it's hard to get the certain patrols you need to spawn, but once you do that, you get 1,000 reputation for the Vanguard, and half of that for whatever faction you're pledged to, as well as a couple legendary engrams, and more than that if more rep than that if you have the Nightfall buff as well. So like I said, do the Nightfall first. The last thing we're going to do is talk to Tyra Karn. She is the Archivist up here in Felwinter Peak. She has a quest line for you called Artifacts of the Iron Lords. This is to kill Fallen in the Plague Land, killing lots of them. It's very easy to do if you're doing Archon's Forge, so like I said, just go run Archon's Forge this week with your bounties, and you should complete all of your, you know, stuff for this. Completing that will give you an Iron Lord Legacy token. That token can be used to purchase the Iron Lord artifacts. Here we have the Memory of Felwinter, the Memory of Scory, and the Memory of Perun. I don't personally recommend any of these. Memory of Scory has been recently nerfed thanks to people abusing it in Crucible and Trials of Osiris, so it's not super worth it anymore. For Strike playlists, it's kind of okay, but you're going to get your super a lot in PvE anyway, so like I said, not really worth it. Pick up any of these you want. It's your discretion. I recommend saving your legacy tokens until, you know, next week when there's better options like Memory of Yolder is available. But for me, that's going to be it for here. I'm going to send this over to future me after I've done all the activities for the treasure boxes. I'll meet you back somewhere to open those boxes. Take it away, future me. Alright, thank you, past me. We're in the reef now, don't know why, but we have some boxes to open, so let's go ahead and see what kind of loot rewards we got this week. 3 boxes to open, and yeah, let's see what kind of fun stuff. So to recap, the Treasure of Ages boxes have everything ever in a box, and they also have all these new things, of which we have a couple. I believe we've gotten 1, 2, 3 of the ornaments, 3 of the ornaments, 1 of the ships, and 1 piece of armor. Hopefully we can get some new stuff. Hopefully we get the new armor and you know, artifacts and or ornaments and things like that. We got a Clarion horn. That's good. We're off to a fantastic start getting a horn out of our first box. Let's see what the second box wants to give us. We have a light runner. That's pretty neat. Didn't have that, obviously, because it wouldn't have given it to me if I had it before. And the last box this week, let's see if we get anything actually useful. And it looks like we're going to get the Blast of War, as well as the Arc Runner and a Jack-o'-lite. That's pretty cool, though. I like getting shaders and stuff. I'm a bit of a collector, if you hadn't noticed. But the Blast of War, I think it looks pretty terrible. Is that from what I remember? It looks kind of moot. Actually, that's not too bad. My pants look like a brownie, but the rest of this actually looks pretty nice. I'd probably try this with different boots. Let's see what different boots look like with this. Let's try like the Volta Glass armor and see what that looks like, because I know these pants are different. Oh man, it looks like I'm made out of chocolate. Why do I look like I'm made out of chocolate? So it looks like the fabric on this, maybe the leather on this pair of armor does not look too good, but it's pretty neat though. I like how this looks. It would probably look really good in other classes, actually. I'm really curious to see what other characters look like with this shader on. It's not bad, just the pants look weird, but I'm curious to see, because I think the Titan would actually look really good with this on, maybe even the Hunter, but we'll see. That's going to be it for me this week. Hope you guys enjoyed the weekly reset video. Hope it was helpful to some degree. Yeah, it's an interesting week. Strikes are not as easy as I first thought. I thought they were going to be pretty simple, but, you know, as always, they're not. That might be teammates. That might just be the burns not working really well together. I don't really know. But it's going to be it for me for this weekly reset. I'll see you guys on Friday for the Zur video, as always. And keep an eye out. There might be some interesting stuff coming to the channel pretty soon, sooner than you think. And other than that, it's going to be it for me. So co-op and solo adventure nonsense in the description if you want to see other series that I do alone or with a friend. Links to Twitter and Twitch as well. I'll be doing more of that Twitch nonsense in the near future. And like I said, see you on Friday for Xur. That's going to be it for me, though. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, I much appreciate it. And as always, until next time.